Welcome back to the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City on VegasAllNetRadio.com, the final frontier of free speech. Fucking speech. Motherfucking speech. Yeah. Yeah.
So I have a question then. Batman movies.
Yep.
Do you prefer like the Dark Knight series or the ones that were done before?
I guess I'd have to go with the Dark Knight series.
I'm so disappointed.
think,
That's what
yeah.
everyone says. I like the ones that were done beforehand.
I grew up on the old ones, and when I was a kid, they were great. When I was a kid, they were fantastic. But when I go back to them, they just don't hold up. At least not for me, anyway.
Well, that makes sense.
When I go back to them, with a different eye on them now, and that is that they are the transition between the campy Batman of the 60s into the Dark Knight series that we have now. So they were darker than what happened in the 60s, but they're still very campy. I mean, Holy Rusted Metal Batman, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So, but I can see where I am the remake advocate. Like, the prequels, I am not, like, Nazi hate on, because the prequels are what got my son into Star Wars. And now he has a better understanding of the Star Wars universe than I do at this point.
Yeah, again, it's one of those things when you watch as a kid, they're absolutely amazing, but as you grow up and you watch them again, you sort of understand that maybe these are not the films that you loved as a kid.
Yeah. So,
all right. That makes sense.
Yeah. What now?
No, we were talking about how
Sorry.
which Batman series did you like, the campy stuff from the 90s or the Dark Knight?
I said Dark Knight.
Yeah, I hated the 90s stuff, actually.
You hated everything.
No,
You're
it's not
breaking
true.
my heart right
It's not
now.
true. I just...
Well, you were talking about how the 60s stuff transitions into the Batman we have now, the Dark Knight series.
Right.
I think the 90s did that by themselves because the first two movies were supposed to be serious, were supposed to be taken serious, and then
No,
it
that's
just
not
got
true.
crappy.
That's not true, actually.
No?
They were
The idea was
campy.
to meld 66 with a more modern Batman. That was
Oh,
the
okay.
idea. Joel
But
Schumacher arguably kind of did that with Batman and Robin,
Oh, God.
and a lot of people hate that movie, yeah.
Holy
But
Rusted
it was
Metal
pretty-
Batman!
yeah, it
Well,
was
no,
pretty
but
bad,
what
though.
I'm saying is, if you look at the spectrum, it seems like the first few movies were meant to be taken more serious than the ones that came after, like the Batman and Robin and the Batman Forever,
they weren't
compared to like the
supposed
first
to be,
two.
but-
Yeah, they were
the,
supposed
It
to
was
be,
just
but
terrible.
Right? No, they were all awful.
I like
They're
those
all
ones.
god
So
awful.
out of the 90s Batman, who was the best Batman?
Keaton.
Keaton.
Actually, I think Val Kilmer.
Val
Kilmer
Kilmer wasn't bad.
Because if you pay attention, he's actually doing a very subtle homage to Adam West.
Yeah.
He really is, yeah.
I liked Kilmer. He had the jaw for it, but I'd have to say Keaton really
liked
turned me
Keaton.
I
on.
liked
I
all
actually
of
didn't
them.
like
I
Keaton
love
at
the
all.
90s Batman
At all.
movies. I love Mr. Freeze and
Oh, Mr. Freeze was
I used to
terrible.
see you.
Jim Carrey as the Riddler.
He was
and
Jim
Terrible.
I
It
thought
was
loved
Jim
all of
Carrey as the
it.
Joker as the Riddler is what he was.
I
Yeah.
like the
oh,
first
and
one.
then
I
what's
liked
his name as
And it was Tommy
as
Lee
the-
Jones as
Two-Face.
as the Joker as Two-Face.
Wait, but who was the one that was the
Jack
Joker?
Nicholson.
There you go.
Jack Nicholson. I
Nicholson.
didn't think he was a very good Joker.
I
at
thought he
all,
was great.
No,
honestly.
Heath Ledger hands
Have
down.
you ever danced with the?
Nailed
I'm
the
mixed about
Joker.
Heath Ledger. I actually really like him as a Joker, but I do think it is kind of a different take.
It was
He's
well,
actually more he's actually more
I think
classic,
that's-
like 40s Joker, to
well,
be honest.
he talked about how he took that from. There's a very dark comic.
Oh, the Killing Joke.
Oh, the Killing
yeah,
Joke.
the Killing
yeah.
Joker.
Yeah.
That's actually very dark.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He said he modeled his Joker very much after that. The Killing.
Well, Alan
Joker.
Moore's a dark guy, so
Yeah, if
Killing
you read some of the original Joker stories from like the 40s, he was much more like that kind of Joker, where the Joker actually was very methodical and very planning and nasty, where as later Joker he just kind of got zany.
Yeah.
Caesar Romero.
Crazy.
God rest his soul.
Okay, I have another question. Before the whole Walking Dead phenomenon, did you guys read the graphic novels?
I had all the comic books and I made a lot of pretty pennies off of them.
I was
suckers,
gonna
too.
ask you. I was gonna ask you.
Yes, I did.
Because I'm sure you've seen it like explode
yeah.
as far as
I
like.
haven't
I
gone
made
as far
about
as the series is
5.
now, but I was reading. I think I read the first 2 trades before the show was out, like the first 2 or 3 trades before the shows came out.
Yeah, I actually stopped reading right around issue 28, 29. It just kind of lost me. I do like the first several issues I really enjoyed, though.
I haven't read any of it, but again,
They're very
someone-
good. They're very good.
someone I was dating had, and from what I understand, the graphic novels are a lot more darker than what the actual TV series is.
Well, I've
I
heard
don't
that
know about
in
that.
some areas.
There are
Honestly, I
different-
don't know about that.
No,
I was actually kind of surprised how much the show added in.
Yeah.
The fact that they hacked up the body and spread it over themselves, I was like, that's right out of the comic book.
Yeah.
Nice.
my understanding there was a point where like a little girl gets kidnapped and sodomized, and
Yeah, that does happen.
yeah, and
I
that
like
didn't
That may
happen
be
in
what's
the-
happening right now. We just don't know it.
Yeah, I don't
because-
know. Yeah, I don't know.
Because she just
So
got
you guys
taken
don't
away.
watch the show then?
I was
I-
at first. I haven't been.
I
caught up.
think
Oh,
I'm
I sh-
behind on.
I think the show has a lot of issues, and because of several of those issues, I just quit watching. It didn't interest me anymore.
it's good.
So.
I like the show.
Well, there's a lot.
very
I mean,
much.
I've been a zombie. Honestly, this is a very obscure zombie reference, believe it or not. But I've been a zombie fan since I was old enough to walk. So for me, The Walking Dead is not new.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So I like
Mhm.
watch it, and I think, well, it's not really. I've seen it, and that's kind of why I don't watch it.
I like it. My son watched exactly one episode. He's like, "The zombies are not real, right?" I said, "That's right." And he goes,
Aw.
"Okay, I'm gonna go to bed, and I do not want to watch this
If
anymore."
you hear scratching at your window, though,
Oh my god.
The original Night of the
only a
Walking Dead
vampire.
black and white version still creeps me out.
Not a
Still
living
haunted.
dead.
Love that
Night of the
flick.
Living Dead. Sorry, excuse
love
me,
that
excuse me.
flick.
And the ending is so fucked up. But yeah, I'll still watch that from time to time.
Yeah, no.
Oh
I
yeah,
try
yeah,
not
yeah.
to-
That's right. That's right. I was thinking about which one was that? Yeah, the first
Night of
one.
the Living Dead. Yeah,
I have
great
that.
flick.
I said Walking
Great
Dead. Sorry, my
film.
bad.
I'm gonna have to say my
a great
favorite
film.
zombie movie is Zombieland.
Tap.
Incorrect. Zombieland is not a zombie movie.
No.
No, that's true. It's not a zombie movie.
Oh,
but
good. You do
still,
know what that is.
it's still a
It
good
is
movie.
very
It's a
entertaining.
good
Yes, I
movie,
did like
yes.
it.
The whole thing with Bill Murray
Cardio,
was awesome.
cardio,
That was
cardio.
good.
The fatties will be the first to go.
Well, not me because I'm an excellent shot, but
There you go, nice.
The fatties without guns.
yes, fatties without guns will die
or
first.
you thin out pretty quick because
Yeah.
food gets scarce and you're running all the damn time.
Yeah, the movie, yeah, the whole Bill Murray thing was
That
pretty
was
Yeah.
brilliant.
freaking
yeah.
genius.
That was
so.
good.
My
Yeah, it
biggest
was.
regret, Garfield. Was it Garfield or Garfield? too?
Garfield, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
love
was
Bill
good
Murray.
stuff.
That was good stuff. Very good stuff.
Really good.
movie.
Really good.
Cardio, cardio, cardio.
Put your seatbelt on. Always check the back seat. Yep.
Lots of
Yeah.
rules.
I
Good
don't,
rules
I don't
to
agree with the
follow.
double tap, though.
Yeah.
No,
That's absolutely foolish. In that kind of world, you know how thin ammo would be?
that's true.
If you knock that sucker on its back, just get moving.
Or just take a page out of Michonne's book and stab them in the
There you
face
go,
the
too,
second
yeah.
time.
Bash that
Right.
effing head in and
That's
go.
right.
I've never looked at a Twinkie the same though after that movie.
Twinkies will save your life in the apocalypse.
That's actually not true. They actually go bad relatively quickly.
Yep.
That's a myth.
I tested that.
Yeah.
But McDonald's fries don't.
after I ate it.
That's actually also a myth.
I've seen a couple of science experiments done by friends where they kind of dry out and
Well, they
get
mummify,
crunchy,
yeah.
but they don't actually
I
get
wonder if there's
moldy.
any like sex fetishes with Twinkies.
Let me
I
find
wouldn't know
out.
anything
Didn't we
about
do
that.
a whole
Google
photo shoot?
Twinkie sex
I'm
fetish.
gonna ask Siri.
Yeah, the photos that
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Yeah.
Is there a sex fetish with Twinkies?
No, I don't think there is. I don't think there's anything like that. I don't know why you'd ask a question like that.
I mean, if you're eating
Suddenly
a butt,
there's a picture of people we know.
I think if you're eating a bunch of Twinkies, you start making sex noise. It's like, oh my god.
when
oh.
you're talking about the the other
I like
corn
ding
muffin, I could just
I
picture
bet you
someone.
Here's what she found on the web. What'd she find on the web?
Twink. No. We don't
No,
want
twink is a different thing.
It's funny because that's what Christine and I call each other, Twink and Twinkie.
You know what twink me is?
I do know what
Okay.
Twink is. Believe it or not, I do. Yes.
Good, I'm surprised.
It's a twink. What?
It's
Twink is a young homosexual male.
You know,
That's like, hey, where he ties his shirt
That's
up.
why they
right
called
here.
me that.
He wears the booty shorts and think John Leguizamo's character out of Tu Wong Fu.
oh my god. Ugh.
Sure.
Right. I know what you're
Anything
talking
involving anything coming
Okay.
up involving Twinkies has to do with gay porn.
So,
Interesting.
about. Okay.
Twinkies and ding dongs. Hey.
I like ding dongs. They're like chocolate Twinkies with chocolate
No,
coating.
you're
I'm
thinking of
gonna get some
zingers.
chocolate.
No.
Zingers are delicious.
Ding
Zingers
dongs. They're
are-
circular. They look like hockey pucks.
Yeah, I know. What
Delicious.
Oh no, I do like.
I can
zingers.
eat
Zingers are
so
awesome.
many of them.
Snowballs.
Twink Harry sex.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, I even
Is that
tried
like the
putting
Harry Bear
food in
sex?
there, and now it's just giving me
Now
more.
we got to go to the old standby.
Okay, so when they have
Fet
this free
life.
comic book day,
Yes.
do you like go to like make a list of all these comic book stores
Actually,
and go
there are
like
people
one,
that
one, two,
jump. Yeah, there are people that do that.
and
yeah.
just like pile them up and shit?
Yeah, because what it is, some of the, not many of them.
Most of them are promotional stuff.
Some of the free comic books actually can be worth something, depending on what's in it or who did it, something like that. So there are people that will go to each one and get.
So does each store get the same promotional ones? Oh,
yes
so they're
and
not
no.
different.
Yes and no. Bigger stores will actually have more
Okay.
because they do have to pay for them.
Okay.
So bigger stores will have more, and smaller stores they might only get like 5 or 6
Gotcha.
different books, whereas a big store they may have like 19, 20 books.
Oh,
Different books you can get for free.
Twinkles, god damn it.
So I didn't know if it was like, Black Friday where you like make your list and you just go.
It's just the store, for whatever reason, it's turned into a side of its own holiday where just people go to a
And
comic
they'll
store.
have sales, so you could ostensibly make a list and go see if you can buy something on sale.
And if you're gonna go to make it just a visit to the comic book store, you gotta go to one like I'm gonna do a shameless plug here for Cosmic Comics because they're right around the corner
yeah,
from my
I
house.
love that.
We love
place.
comics.
They have
yeah,
a
Cosmic.
giant
Cosmic.
couch you can just sit on and just peruse.
I've
Correct.
seen that somewhere. Where did I see? Is there one over?
Ralph has one too.
right by my
Alternate
house.
Reality, Ralph has a little
I
couch
love
too.
Alternate
Is it
Reality.
But he's
as
got
well,
more
yeah.
of a love seat because he's a small store.
No, the
But we love
Cosmic
Ralph.
Comic.
Everybody
Yeah.
loves Ralph.
The Cosmic
Cosmic
Comics.
is-
I don't love
somewhere.
Ralph.
Flamingo
I'm
and
just
Sand Hill?
saying.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
right-
love Ralph.
okay.
It's right by
Flamingo
my
and Sand Hill,
house.
yeah. By
Okay.
Smith's.
I don't even know
Okay.
Ralph.
And an alternate reality is Flamingo in Maryland.
Because there was a comic book store I saw off of like the 215 in Tropicana.
That would
And
be
the wall-
Maximum Comics, number
Okay.
1.
Okay,
that
that's
would
what
be
it was.
nice.
Yeah.
It's a good store.
But
Nice store.
Cosmic's a really great
Cosmic's
store, and
awesome.
Alternate Reality
he's
is a
a
really,
really nice
awesome,
guy in
intimate
there.
store too. So
The Cosmic Comic guy's really
Which
good.
guy? Jim?
The big older guy, the big guy.
So that's over by the
Jim's actually
Pinball
really
Hall of
cool.
Fame
Yeah,
then.
But
Huh?
you gotta kind of know.
The Cosmic Cosmics is over by the Pinball Hall of Fame.
No,
love Jim.
Alternate Realities by the Pinball Hall of Fame. Off of
Yeah.
Maryland
yeah,
and
it's
Flamingo.
across the street from. Well, yeah, it's
They're
across the
actually
street from
not
the
too
college,
far
yeah.
from each other, but because of where they are, they kind of have. They don't compete really
No,
because of
Yeah.
One
because
gets-
one's close to the strip and the other's
not.
not. Yeah, they're not terribly far from each other. though.
Twinkies fans.
Okay, if two female comic book characters were to, make out, who would they be for you? What's your,
Honestly, I don't like the current trend of mixing sex into comic books. I disagree with it.
Okay.
And I
think-
disagree with it because the beauty of comics when they became popular in the 60s and 70s is that they were written for everyone. They weren't written for kids, but there was nothing in there a kid couldn't read. And now that is simply not true, and I think it does a disservice because I did work at a comic book store for about a year. And because of the movies, there are so many parents that bring their kids in there looking for something for their kids, and there's almost nothing for them.
I think
Nothing.
I think she meant if you could bring two to life to have sex with, which would they
Is that
be?
what you meant?
Yeah, but I like your take on that. How about no, because
Yes, but she wanted to let you go and
I was
continue.
like, I wonder what his answers are. Well,
because
I
I
don't like
respected
this.
your
Wait,
answer
what?
to where you were going
I
with it.
appreciate that.
Yeah, no, so yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, so go. Yeah.
I honestly, I don't really. Maybe, well, it's probably involving Batwoman because she actually is a lesbian. Any other lesbian characters?
No, I mean they don't have to be lesbian characters.
They
Just an even
they're with you.
I'm so respectful. I'm actually sad. You know what I mean?
Aw.
Because I wouldn't
Oh,
make
Lord.
two women, even in my mind, do something they wouldn't normally do. I guess.
What if they wanted to do it?
Well, then that would be different.
What
Well,
about
that's what we're saying.
Okay.
You're ruining this.
Spider Woman, Skrull Queen, and
Oh.
Scarlet Witch.
No, I would say Batwoman and Black Lois Lane.
Black Lois Lane?
Who's Black Lois Lane?
Lois Lane was black for a single episode, a single comic book.
Oh god, it's
I
probably when
was
she
not
had
aware of
her
that.
own comic
Yeah.
or something like
No,
that.
she went through some transmutation machine. It was back in the '60s during the whole
Sweet.
revolution, and she went through some transmutation machine, and she turned into a black woman for a whole comic, so she could do a story as what black women go through in the '60s.
Yeah. All right.
Was
Wow.
not aware of that.
Because you
There
were
you
a black
go.
woman in the 60s.
Well. I don't think either of us are really into DC Comics either.
Huh?
I don't think either of us are really too much into DC Comics either.
Oh no, I am.
All right. So
And
what's
you didn't
your
They're
know
my favorite. What? Yeah, no, I just have to. Okay.
I'm off.
Wonder Woman. I love Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman and
I have a
I'm
picture to show
disappointed
you.
already.
I think Batgirl.
Nice.
Barbara
That
Gordon.
goes
I'm
back.
disappointed.
I
Barbara
dressed
Gordon,
up.
Batgirl?
Yeah.
Oh dear God.
I dressed up this Halloween as a
Why?
plus size Wonder Woman.
Nice.
So I'm going to show you a
Well,
picture.
which one of my answers?
It's
Tell me.
Wonder Woman is the female Superman.
So?
I'm just gonna shut up now because I'm gonna get mad.
There's nothing wrong with banging
It's
the
a
female
fantasy,
Superman.
man. It's not like
There is nothing.
Mine would be
Nothing
Alfred and
any
Commissioner
Earthman
Gordon.
Nice.
could do to make Wonder Woman happy. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe
That's her fault. It's not about her. It's about me.
Well, now you're getting into the whole
Physics.
beautiful women. The reason beautiful women
Men
don't
of steel,
date
women of
beautiful
Kleenex.
Yeah, okay, but we're not getting into the physics.
I
if
know.
you wanted to ask
that's-
specifics,
And this
then-
is why I'm going to shut up now. Because it's beyond the context of this, and I can't seem to separate the two. That is my problem, not yours.
Okay.
I don't have the whole thing, but you get the gist. That would be
Very
Halloween.
cool.
Oh, okay.
with their little wig on and everything.
Yeah.
Very cool. And trivia: Wonder Woman did start as a fetish comic.
Really?
Mhm.
Really?
By the guy who invented the
Yes.
That one thing.
I know who you're talking about. It's-
something William Marsden or
Yes,
something like that.
Yeah, I know who you're talking
He invented the lie detector.
That's
The
it.
guy who invented the lie
Oh.
detector.
Got me drooling.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right.
Hey, now.
I'm like, I was trying to make.
I got some
tried to make
Pepsi
it
on
sexy.
me.
It wasn't very cute. I'm like, oh, you get me drooling over here.
So,
But yeah, I'm all flustered now.
Toxie,
Yes.
how was your week?
My week was fabulous. I actually have multiple catch-ups.
Good.
Multiple
Whoa.
to share. I had to take notes. I did not want to forget.
Here, let me take some
So-
now. Okay, go.
You can take more. So the first starts out with I've been very excited. I got a new iPhone, switched from the BlackBerry. But I had to go to the T-Mobile store and they couldn't transfer my data from one phone over to the other, like my pictures or my contacts or anything. It just would not transfer. So he asked me to come back the next day with my laptop so he could download everything on my laptop. I used my laptop for research purposes.
Uh-oh, what'd you leave on the
Okay.
browser?
So
Me too.
Before I left, I made
Incognito.
sure I cleared my, my history,
History.
and I'm looking and I'm double clicking and just making sure nothing will come up and
Yeah, 'cause
I
nobody
thought
wants to
I-
see the upper double blumpkin.
right.
So
And so I thought I had cleared all of
Upper
my
double
pictures.
blumpkin.
However,
Google it.
No.
he's at my computer and all of a sudden it's just the one desktop and all of a sudden I see him right there all of a sudden I see him chuckling and he's trying to turn away and he's looking down and I realized I have a little box where it shows my different windows. It's like Windows 7 or 8 or whatever it is
8.
that
Windows shit.
that rolls
Yeah, it's the same thing on my phone. It does
okay,
the
that
same thing,
that
yeah.
rolls the pictures around that I have saved
Yep.
in there.
Suddenly there's pictures of you making out with
Only
people?
I have a lot of pictures in there. I have our pictures in there from photo shoot. I have a few that I had taken, by myself. I had some others. Sometimes when I have the guest ones, I'll save them if I'm, reposting them out. And so I realized that had been scrolling through and he had seen them and he was trying not to react. So I was very honest. I said, listen, I do a radio show and that's research. And he's like, no, it's okay. And I said, no, really.
Research.
Really, it's research. And I said we cover a lot of adult topics and that's it. And I really wanted to like dig a hole and crawl in. And, though I mean every time he came back, he couldn't look me in the eye. He just
Awesome.
I've seen your boobs.
right. So he just kept coming back and then he's like, so is this updating yet? And here you go ahead, open that program for me.
He doesn't want to come
yes.
across anything.
So
That's
that was
funny.
my first one. So that was my little adventure. Luckily, the second night I had the first night my whole family was with me, but the second night I ran back by myself. So at least I didn't have to share in my embarrassment.
Giant
with
dildo
others.
pictures.
Sweet. I mean,
So-
what? What?
So there was also I have 2 more. I'm so excited because sometimes I catch up. I'm like I have nothing. So last night there was this older gentleman at the club, and he was 86 years old.
Oh.
And so it
I don't know
was
if he's gonna enter an awe moment. I think we should wait.
Oh,
No, it was very sweet. He was
Oh, okay.
so sweet, and he was the uncle of a gentleman that I know. And so he brought me over. Hey, I want you to meet. His name's Uncle Joe. I'd like you to meet Uncle Joe. And Uncle Joe's very, very charming, very charming. He was like, "Oh, I would have been here sooner if I knew all these beautiful ladies like yourself were here." And he's like, I love a nice young woman with her, nice blonde hair. He's like, "How old do you think I am?" And of course I said 45.
Liar.
And so I said, "How old do you think I am?" And he's like, 28. And I'm like, "Perfect. Let's get married." So he kept asking me, I'd love to meet some lovely ladies like yourself. And are there any lovely ladies here that you might know? So I went, I introduced him to Sweet Cheeks, and she came out and she said hi. So finally he had asked to give me a kiss. So he did. I leaned in, he gave me a kiss, nice gentleman. So finally he said, "Sweetie, what I would really love, what I'm really wanting to do, I do not get out much. I do not get out much. I would love to find a nice young lady to have a nice, gentle French kiss with."
Wow.
And I said,
Thank God that didn't go as far down as I thought it was gonna.
No. And I said, "I will go see what I can do. What type of lady are you looking for?" And he is like, "One like yourself. Find me one who looks
One
just
that's
like
naked."
you."
I need some naked.
And I said, "I will go in and see what I can do." And because I was drinking, then I forgot. So I'm the world's worst person. But it was a little bit of a hard sell. I mean, I did mention to one or two people, but they weren't biting. So he was very sweet.
I
he was
get that.
very
Should have taken
polite,
him to the
but
Rooster. He
He
could have found a nice, gentle French kiss at the Rooster.
could
Yeah.
have a
He
nice,
could've-
long,
How was
gentle
that?
French kiss.
What?
You know what the Rooster
The Red
is?
Rooster?
What?
The
Wah,
second
wah,
Don't
one?
tell
wah.
him. No, don't tell him. You want to go with us next time?
Not particularly. Not now. I'm
You
scared.
don't have to do anything.
I'm scared.
I generally walk around with no clothes on, but
It'd be scary. I'm an introvert. People frighten me.
Yeah, the men sitting out by the pool jerking off probably would.
Whoa! What?
no. My favorite were the dueling jerkers over at the corner near the orgy room.
That would be great if it was on video and you would like cut from one to the other one and you have the banjo.
It's too bad we can't take video in there because we totally. No, they were sitting on opposite ends of the same couch. There's a giant big screen.
Looking
playing
at each other in
porno,
the eyes.
And then there's the orgy room right next to them, and they're both just sitting there all night long without coming, just jerking it all night long. I could not. I don't understand how they.
Surprise!
That sounds horrifying.
That does sound horrifying.
On a couple levels, actually.
It's funny. I think it's great. I love
Imagine
watching
who's
them.
behind
It's
you, like in the drink
enjoyable.
line, like, "Hey, man, come on, be cool. We're in the drink line."
No, they're not allowed to walk around with their wang out. You have to cover it up.
Oh.
You can sit with your wang out, but you can't walk around with your.
You can't?
No, not with your wang dangin'. No.
Well, that's kind
Wang-dangin'?
of like sexist because the chicks are allowed to walk around with
We
all
need
their
to picket
shit
that
hanging out.
place.
Yes, they are.
Why?
Because you can't walk around with your wang dang out. What
Oh.
the hell?
Sorry.
So my other thing is, Friday night, Mr. Toxie and I went downtown and we saw there was a Puddle of Mud concert.
Ooh.
And so that look is not necessary.
What is Puddle
No,
of
I'm
Mud?
just kidding.
I'm like
Fucking
lost.
hate
I'm like
you.
completely
My
lost.
friend, I think it's
Fucking
best you
hate
don't
you.
know.
Okay.
Actually, they're a really great group. They're older.
I
much
like them.
older.
They're from the late 90s. Yeah.
Yeah, late
She
90s,
fucking
early
hates me.
2000s. You'll love them.
Oh, I know that song.
Yeah, they sing
then-
that. There's a lot. I mean, I knew almost all of their songs. But the opening act was the Suicide Sirens.
They're like the
whom we
90s
had on the
Eagles
we
show.
had on the show.
Oh, shit.
So,
Was
I
that
had
beautiful little
texted-
pink-haired girl there?
No, I did not see her.
Oh, I loved
Um,
her.
Two of them. It was the long dark hair, and then the long blonde hair
Okay.
girl. And so I had texted Sweet Cheeks. I'm like, I'm huddled in the back here. I want to go up and say something, but I just can't. I'm really shy. And she's like, "Go up and say hi." I'm like, "I can't." And she's like, "Just go say hi." So I didn't. But
I didn't.
but we were trying. It was very hard to see their show because the stage doesn't go too high. And so Mr. Toxie can, of course, stand and see everything. So he was watching. And I tried to get through and see a little, but once they came out with the stapler and they're like, you can staple it. It's I don't know, $5 for my arms, $10 for here, and they're like $100 bills you can staple on my vagina. And they have the stapler out, and they were going around, and people were stapling the money on them, and they
Like a
did
regular
the
staple gun, like an office one, not a gun, but like an office
no,
stapler.
Staple
like you hang
gun.
Christmas lights with.
Oh,
Yeah, that's their
hell no.
thing. They're if you don't I don't think you were here.
No.
They're a burlesque group, but they're a hardcore burlesque group.
They roll around in glass.
They will lift their legs and bounce.
But they're very beautiful
like
girls
they're,
in
they're
skimpy
gorgeous.
clothes.
And they'll like put their legs
Those
up
are
behind
women
their
you can't
ears
satisfy.
and
Those right
bounce
there.
on glass and then like
I
start
agree.
bleeding.
I agree with you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were at one point I had to I didn't even try and look because she's like, "Oh no, do not hammer that nail up your nose."
I'm gonna
and
do
I'm like,
it.
no, I can't watch that.
I love all that freak show stuff.
Yeah.
More. I spent all day today watching oddities on Science Channel.
And they brought they had this one thing with a circle that, one goes in and hangs from and does tricks and stuff. So that part I could see. I mean, that was really cool, and the fire and all that. Like I went over to the side to try and, see a little bit better when they were doing at the end. But gorgeous women.
Mhm.
Gorgeous women. When we had them on here, very confident women.
They were a
You
ton
know.
of fun.
Yeah.
So where was the Puddle of Mud concert?
It was
Downtown.
it was downtown at a bar. Back I kept calling it when I was Googling
Backstage?
it, I was saying back door.
Is it backstage?
That's not what was coming up backstage. That's it. So it was really cool. It was a really nice place, really diverse group, a lot of bigger girls there too.
You know what? There was a lot of big girls at the Rooster when we went, which is surprising. I mean, it was almost like a
Hey,
red
fat
label
girls need to
club.
get fucked too.
It's just it used to be that fat girls were like the delicacy there because there weren't a lot of them, and now it's just like
We're out in full force now.
yeah, it was like a
Fuck
red
this
label
shit.
night. It literally was like a red label night.
Yeah.
There was so many big girls there.
Well, that's how there were quite a few there. I mean, there were a lot of people. The majority looked around my age.
Yeah.
So,
25?
yes, exactly. Hey, what you doing? You want to go to the room next door? What you?
I don't know. How old do I look?
25 as well.
Nah. You
Nope.
failed.
No.
Oh
coffee.
wow, yeah, his
It's
is
too young.
different.
Too
Yeah,
young.
Yeah.
Way too young.
38.
I appreciate it though. There you go.
Right?
70.
Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome, friend.
You know, like a
So-
day over 95.
That's it. Not a day.
I'm
Great
really
face
disappointed that
cream.
you didn't make out with the old guy.
I couldn't do it. He was quite the gentleman. He was very nice, very
I
polite.
don't remember seeing him.
Yeah, he
Well, 'cause-
couldn't go too far in because actually the music was too loud for his hearing aids. So he was literally right by the front door.
Oh, the irony.
And even there,
He was getting a whistling feedback. You see him adjusting.
Oh my god.
Hold on, honey. Hold my teeth
and
for
he's-
me.
and
I'm gonna
he
gum
said
your
that the-
vagina. Nom, 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 nom.
No, don't go down there. I got the depends on.
I got the
and I
Depends
think
on.
it's full.
I think it's changing time.
If you want to change me,
There's
though, I'm
always
into that.
different reasons why you go. I can't go. My hearing aid, my Depends diaper. I didn't drink my Metamucil, whatever.
I didn't take the
Take
Viagra.
my insure.
Well, I felt bad. I didn't find him a lady to make out with because, as he said, he doesn't get out of the house much because he said he's lazy.
No.
Well, if he's got $200, I can get him a nice slow French kiss. I know a girl.
Don't look at
I could use a couple extra.
Yeah,
$100,
that's
right?
right. I'm
Just
saying.
Check out his glasses. Yeah, I'll just
Oh my god,
shave.
I know the things you'll do for a coach person.
Speaking of high
Fuck, I
voice.
will. Hell yeah.
Okay, wait a second. We didn't talk coach purses. I mean, now that's a different ball game. So now,
I'd let him
now
give me
I
a-
feel bad. Now I feel as though I should have. I mean, he did kiss me on my cheek. I think
wasn't
that was like
enough,
third
poor
base.
guy.
You're going to hell now, Kelly.
That's barely
You
first
didn't.
base.
When you're 86, that's like almost home run. Am I right?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not 86.
I don't
I'll
know. I
ask
don't
my
know what a sex
grandfather.
life of an 86-year-old is like. It could be
I don't
incredibly
know.
I
fulfilling.
thought that by the time you were 86, you didn't worry about that stuff, so you got more stuff done. You know what I mean? Like when you got older, you were like, I don't care so much about.
Actually, I mean, he seemed, in all honesty, he was very sharp. He was very, like I said, he was super polite and nice, but he was very witty as well. And so I have a feeling he probably doesn't hang out at home. He's probably one of those guys who's out there socializing
And that's his
really
pickup
living
line.
up his life.
Yeah.
And that's his pickup line, exactly.
Uh-huh.
I don't get out much.
He's out at the jazz bars.
He's out, exactly. He seemed like a gentleman who was really full of life. So,
Uh-huh.
and he was,
I
I mean,
remember that in
he,
a few years.
She's trying to make herself feel better right now.
I'm
just
not.
He's gonna have that
I just-
opportunity,
I
even
just-
if I don't give it.
I just want somebody to hold. I just want somebody to French kiss. I haven't had a blowjob in like 32 years.
Did he give you like
I might
my
be
wife?
85, but come on.
She was
No.
82. She just passed.
No,
I just want to hold someone.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
I just
no.
don't
She
I
used to
would've
love.
brought
She used
the
to
man
love
home with
blowjobs.
me.
God rest her soul.
Really
take out her
love
time.
Really love blowjobs. She's really into swallowing and finger up the ass too. Prostate checks.
Do you know what corn muffins are, young lady?
Do you know what a
But it's
corn-
okay. My prostate's not there anymore, so you can go to town up there.
That's terrible.
Just keeps getting worse and worse. You know what she was
I
really
would've-
into?
if he did, if
Corn
he went into
muffins.
a story like that,
Yeah.
I would have brought the poor guy home and like cuddled him on my couch. That would have put
Breastfed
it
him a
over the
little?
edge.
I should have been around and
Yeah,
told
you
him
know
that
what
he
she used
needed
to
to
do?
go get
Put
some
me in a diaper and
McDonald's.
breastfeed me. That's what she
Yeah,
used to
don't
do.
encourage him. Like, listen, let me help you out, Uncle Joe. All you have to do is go get her a Happy Meal, and you're in. You
Get
are
her a Happy
in.
Meal and a Jaeger bomb, Uncle Joe, and you're in there.
You're in there.
It's happening. But he didn't even, request sex. He just wanted a nice long
was
Yet.
starting.
French kiss.
Yet.
I still thought it
You
was
didn't
gonna
let him
be a
finish. He
blowjob.
wanted a
So did
long
I.
French
I was,
kiss
I
on
was
his
waiting
penis.
for it.
That's right. You know what I'd really like with my French kiss? Your hand on my penis. Because I missed that. I just missed that. You know what I'd really like?
Did you
Roll
roll
it
around?
around.
Did you walk away like as soon as he said it? So he could have like said something. I would like a long French kiss on my penis.
Can I just put my hand somewhere? I mean, my nails are freshly manicured. I mean, I just miss it. I really miss it. It would escalate. I'm
I
telling
would have,
you.
if
It
he
would
asked, I
escalate.
would have let him touch my boobies.
Guys are
If he had
pigs.
asked,
It
I
would have
would've let him touch
escalated.
my
He was just
boobies.
working up to it. He's working up to it.
It starts off all sweet. I just want a
Next
kiss.
thing you know, it's like, can I just take it right in the middle of your chest?
It goes to the whole thing. I just want to stick the tip in.
Please, I'm 85. I don't have long for this world. Just make my dreams come true.
You went straight from a kiss to taking a shit on someone's chest.
Remember, we've already talked about the poo zone. The poo zone. It's very similar to the
This
drug
is the full
zone.
zone. Wait, no, wait. That's not right.
Yeah.
So, from now on, from across the room, I'll be able to just wipe my finger across my lips.
So he can smell you.
I know it might seem odd, but
I just want to be able to
now
smell
that
you
I've
when
got
I go
I-
home.
I
now
agree.
that you've got me tied down, and we're covered in
If you still-
excrement, can
see-
I just ask for one more favor?
That was the key. If he still asking for a French kiss at his age, just because it's gonna escalate.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
I know we've both orgasmed 16 times, and we're covered in excrement and food products. But just one more thing.
Just one more.
One more thing.
I promise.
See that strap? That top drawer over there is a strap on. Like, oh fuck.
It's something innocent.
I'm telling you,
One
that's what
more
he's
thing.
going
Can you-
for. It was escalation. That's what he's going for.
I think we'll take the men's word for it.
Yeah.
I don't think it was going to.
That's
go
like a
there.
that's a teenage
Oh.
trick.
Oh,
That's
no.
that's what teenage guys
yeah,
do.
come to my house and study.
Same
Or let's
thing,
go to your
yeah.
house
I
and
just want to
study.
stick
Hey,
the tip
parents
in.
are out tonight. Let's go watch a movie.
Get a handful of booze.
Oh, these pants are really chafing.
Yeah.
It'd be really cool.
Or
It's-
like
it's
when you
just
start a
too-
massage and then
Yeah,
you just
exactly.
lead up
Oh,
to
let
the
me give you a
boobs.
massage.
You know, my lower back's
yeah,
really
just-
tight. I know it's gonna sound funny, but I pulled my left ass cheek at soccer practice today.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a guy thing. It's all about escalation.
I just want to put the tip in.
Just the tip.
promise
We'll see how it feels.
I just want to play a game called Just the Tip.
Just the tip, yeah. Like, is it in? Oh, that feels so. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, you want me to pull it out? Are you sure? Are you sure? Okay, I'll pull it out nice and slow. Oh, it went back in.
Yeah.
It's escalation. It's guy tricks.
Yep.
Tricks.
Absolutely.
You guys are dirty, rotten bastards.
That's
It's
right.
true.
That's right.
Some of us are nicer about it, but
I
but it's
still
escalation.
I still choose to believe that he was just longing for the nice, long, gentle.
Okay, be
French
the
kiss
naive
from a
little tuxie
lady.
that we know you are.
She's a pretty smile and a nice
You're a
ass.
romantic.
That's
You're a
it.
romantic.
No,
I
she
can
isn't.
Not
She's
romantic.
actually a dead, cold heart.
Yes,
That's what she
that
Wow.
is.
inside
with
when it
romantic
comes to
notions of old
romance.
men wanting French kisses.
Mhm.
Like that's all they wanted.
Oh, now I'm thinking he's like that little guy from Up.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
with
should've
with
let
a
him
with
touch
a
my
sex
boobs.
dungeon in his friggin' basement.
Yeah.
You
I've
just didn't
never
see it enough
seen
because the
that.
house ripped away from the basement.
Yeah.
I've never seen that, so I don't
You've
know.
never seen it?
I got nothing.
I
Look behind the Andrews cross.
hate things that make me cry. I hate
Why
movies.
do you watch
First 10
Disney
minutes of
movies?
that makes you cry.
I should never watch Disney movies ever
Dude,
for my life.
The Up, I couldn't.
The
handle
whole
it.
beginning, because they want to lead into why this old man lives alone. It always stops for commercials on Ustream. And there we are. But the spoiler alert.
For Up, you're safe.
For Up,
It's
Yeah,
been more than a year. You
yeah.
can talk about
they
it.
flash through the life of him and his wife, who then died, and like they had just
That's why
this
he's a bitter
beautiful
old
life
But this is a
together.
cartoon,
And she couldn't
right?
have
It's a
and she couldn't have
cartoon.
children.
A children's
Yeah.
cartoon.
Right, it's a children's cartoon.
Somebody's. Well, okay.
I like the wedding where they're getting married and it shows like their family and he's got all these nice refined people in his family and she's got like a bunch of gun-toting hillbillies on her side of the family.
Yeah,
Because that's real fucking life, right
It was
there.
well, I think it was the idea that she sacrificed more of herself to him than he did of her. That's why
I just
he
thought
was
it was funny.
bitter.
Why
No, I
couldn't-
meant
Oh.
going back to the whole idea why he was bitter.
Yeah.
Because she wanted.
I think he was.
She
just
wanted to travel.
I think it's
and
because he
stuff.
was alone and he left things, as it was when they were together, and they were going to take his house. They wanted to
Yeah,
bulldoze
yeah.
his house. Oh, I saw. Okay, so yeah, so that one made me bawl. So now I'm thinking, great, this old man was like up. It's his first time out of the house, and
He wanted a blowjob. That's all he wanted.
And
Nice,
and
slow,
you couldn't
gentle
do it.
blowjob in
If
the
you go in the
parking
top
lot.
drawer there's a second strap on. I know it's gonna sound really weird, and I know I'm running out of holes. But just go ahead and put that. Yeah, there it is.
Do it.
Escalation. Escalation.
So glitz.
It just depends on how much you want to escalate to. It just depends on how much. You
Oh,
want to
he was going there. He was
Oh,
going
okay.
there.
How was your week, darling?
By the end of the night, he would have had his
That's good.
Zentai on with freaking things
Ooh.
sticking out of just about everywhere.
Well, we already heard the drunken mom stories.
We did hear the drunken mom.
So yeah, I had my mom this weekend. It was cool. I got to spend some time with her. You whacked it, right?
Yes, 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 I did.
Went to see the Temptations.
How'd that?
It was great. It was a great show. I'm a little Motown junkie, so Mom got really drunk at the club and
really drunk.
kind of embarrassed me a lot.
I don't think.
But I love her. I
Yeah,
mean, no,
no,
she
she
didn't.
didn't embarrass. I don't
No, she
think.
didn't
Maybe you
embarrass me.
felt embarrassed. I thought she was fucking awesome.
She's pretty rock star. Yeah, go Mom. Oh, that's rock star.
She came over with
That's
a
shock
thing of,
star right there.
That's
Shocker.
the show. You're like the shocker.
Yeah, let's not associate that with my mother.
Here, Mom. This is what you want to do when you want to look cool in
when
the
you
club.
want to squirt.
I thought it was like this. Sorry.
What is that?
That's the
You'll
long
have to
stroke
find
out.
out.
Okay, so do you remember like in my
It's
whole
the top
like?
and the end.
Oh yeah.
I've never heard that.
See, she got it. There you
Got
go.
it.
I know what I'm doing. I just play coy.
We talked about my whole like getting back into the dating scene.
Yeah.
And
Together,
I'm
like as a, no, I mean like as a team, like going like on a double date or
Taking it on the
something.
road.
Oh,
They're-
we've jumped
they're,
subjects. Sorry, alone, nothing to do with my mother.
Oh, okay. I thought
Um,
like they were both getting back in the dating scene.
even though that guy did say he was interested in me and my mother, I was like, whoa, time out.
How old was that guy? Was he 85?
No, no.
Okay.
I'd just like to be French kissed by a mother and daughter couple. Is that too much to ask? I miss it. Wait, why did you miss that, first of all?
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry, go ahead.
No worries.
So you're getting back out there.
Yes, I've been kind of like putting myself back out there. But let me tell you, my mother has more game at 60
damn.
than I do at 40 because she was bringing me men. And hey, meet my daughter. She's inviting guys over to sit with us. She's just being the social fucking butterfly. Now I know where I get it.
Mm-hmm.
So she's talking to these group of guys that are visiting from out of town. And later on in the night, so let me digress here a little bit. So our conversation, I'm like, the guys never hit on me at the club. Like, and I don't understand why, blah, blah, blah. And we had that whole conversation. Well, maybe you come off a little too high maintenance. Maybe you come off like,
It's because you're
blah,
in a
blah,
group.
blah, blah, blah. I'm in a large group. So I'm standing on the
like
dance
armor.
floor. And this really good looking gentleman walks up to me and he grabs my hand and he's like, I just have to tell you that you're very beautiful.
Aw.
And it was my awe moment. But in the back of my mind, too, I'm like,
Mom made you do this.
Yeah, and this is bullshit. Like, what does he want from me? So I got to think
Just
this
a
over.
nice, slow French kiss.
Just let me put the tip in.
That escalates
Just
into
the
a
tip.
corn muffin.
Because it was one of the gentlemen that my mother was talking to and brought it, they came and sat by us. So, okay, I go outside, do my thing, talking to people. And later on in the night, we ended up meeting up on the other side of the barn talking. And it so happened that it's turned out to be a really nice guy. Been very respectful. Just turn my mic off. Yes, it's back on. And so I have to say, Mom picked a good one so
Nice.
far. We'll see.
Mom.
But what's the chances of finding a guy that like you're attracted to, that you're meshing with like conversation wise, and the sex department, that's not really been a strong point with me in the last year because I've been dealing with things, and then you look and you're like, God damn, my mother's fucking me. Like, you can't do anything. Mom, what are the chances, right? Like,
Get your cock blocked by your mom.
yeah, well, he's like, well, can you take your mom home and come back and hang out with us because they were going to go to breakfast? Yeah, I can't ditch my mom. That's not,
Not cool.
But on another note, maybe it was a good thing because, what if I did? I'm looking at you. But you get where I'm going with that? Like, yeah. It didn't get to that level sexually, so that could be a good thing. Because,
That could be a good thing.
Yeah.
He'll respect you later.
Family first. I don't know. That's what I'm telling myself. But the point of the story is that I thought it was intriguing that someone approached me and said something. Because we just talked that never happens.
What were you? You were on the dance floor. You said when he approached you. So you
I
weren't
wasn't
with
really-
You weren't normally with
I was
your
just. It
normal
was just
group?
me and Twink Christy. We're just standing there, and he just walked up and he grabbed my hand. He was very respectful, and he said, "I just have to tell you that you're very beautiful." And then
Maybe
I'm like, "Oh, thank you." And
maybe he actually means it, and he's not just trying to get in his pants or your pants. Get you into his pants.
I'm always like,
I know, we're suspicious.
yeah. Well,
But you have a right to be,
right?
because boys are dirty.
Yep.
They're dirty whores.
Not all of us.
Not
I
all
am
of you.
easy like Sunday morning.
I'm a dog, though. I will cheat on myself.
Really?
Yes, I will. My left hand will slap my right hand to get it off so it can take a turn. That's how bad I am.
So now and then I told you the news about LA guy.
Yeah.
And yeah.
He's
So that's
moving here.
Yeah, that's just, I don't know how to feel
Maybe-
about that.
Maybe you can turn that into a friends with benefits while you're looking for love of your
Or
life.
you can turn it into a threesome.
The devil's threesome?
As long as their swords don't cross, it's all good.
So anyway, the guy that I met last night, I may go meet him after the show for a drink or two. So
in a
he's
public
actually-
place.
yes.
And check in so that
Like
we know
an
where you're
alley.
at.
He actually leaves to go back to where he's from.
Never mind. That's a bad joke.
How's put the tip
Never
in?
mind. Nope. I'm not going to say that joke.
How's he supposed to put the
Not
tip
the
in?
right forum.
So on another note, and then we'll get to your catch up. I have to tell you, you're very correct about something. So write this down on the fucking calendar back there.
I can't. You took my pen.
That Sierra was right about something. When
When
I
am
was
I
going,
not? When am I not?
Well, I'm just saying, I'm admitting it on fucking public. It's record right now. When I was going through everything, and you're like, when you finally just let it go, things are gonna start happening.
Mhm.
People will start approaching you. You have this wall. People can tell. So, just have to say you were right.
See?
And that's my mushy segment for the
Awesome.
night.
Awesome.
Love you. Now
That's
can I
so
put my
quick.
face in your boobs?
Yes.
Okay.
So emotional, so emotional.
So
You know,
much
one of
fun.
the things we didn't talk about that happened at the Red Rooster was the neck massage she got from my breasts.
What?
Do you remember that?
I do.
It's towards the end of the night. I have large breasts, and one of
There, let me just tell you though, they're much larger than they look, with a shirt and a bra. And they're heavy. Like I lifted it and I could feel my muscles cry. And that was one with two hands.
yeah, and I carry these bitches around all day long. But one of Cali Guy's favorite things for me to do is to just literally flop my boobs over his shoulders and like a travel pillow, like he's got travel pillow like boobs. And I did it to Toxie over there, and she was like, "What the fuck?" Because they were warm and
It was,
soft.
yeah, they were warm. It was cozy. I mean, I was about to start purring. It was,
Kinda awesome.
it was great.
You were like, let me just stick my fingers in.
No, but I think I stuck mine in hers.
What?
Whoa.
I didn't hear this.
No, I don't think that really happened.
I don't think it happened either.
I think you guys
think
are
it
lying.
I don't think so.
guys
I
are
actually
fucking
got pretty.
lying.
I got very well tipsy that night. It was nice.
I've never
I've-
seen you drunk.
It's rare because I usually either have to drive or something's going on and I can't get drunk. So
Why do we always sit at the edge of this chair? And then by the end of the show, I'm like, oh, my back hurts.
As we get to you guys, can I get this website again? Is
Which-
it the
Geekata?
Geekata?
Oh, the geek. Yeah, Geekata is Geekata.
it's a merger
There's
between
no DA
Kata
at
and
the
Geek,
end?
right?
No.
Huh?
Correct.
Yeah, it is. Wow. Yeah.
Very nice.
First person to get that.
Geekata.com.
It's a what?
It's a mix between Geek and Kata. Kata is a series of movements that you make in karate,
Or a
like,
form.
or a
Or
form.
Japanese
Who does
form,
karate?
Geek form.
Which one of you does karate?
My son does.
Oh, but to come up with that name.
They're nerds. That's
Yeah.
where they got that from.
Just asking.
Samurai movies.
Oh, okay. So you don't have a black belt, or you want to show off
I
your
own a
sweet
couple
moves?
black belts.
Do you?
I'm
Are they
wearing a
leather?
black
You'll
belt
go
right
show
now.
her. You'll
You
go
know.
show her in the closet.
Really? Are they leather?
Yeah, yes.
So why your website is this it?
That is it.
Okay.
It's still.
The look is right. It's still a little thin, to be honest.
Okay.
But we're gonna start
Aren't
sticking
you
up.
an artist? Aren't you a graphic artist?
No, I'm a writer.
You're just a writer. Okay.
I
But you
have to-
know artists. That's
Yes,
what
I
it
I
is.
have to tell you something really fast.
Yes.
You have beautiful eyes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You have beautiful eyelashes too.
Don't take him to coffee.
Thank you.
Don't
Don't
what?
Don't take him for coffee.
Hi.
Nah.
There's a long running. Well, that's got to be a 2-year-old joke at
Yeah,
this point.
yeah.
So as you're being hit on, are you guys single? Married?
Girlfriends? What's
Sure.
the relationship status?
Sure.
Together? I don't.
Okay.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Yes.
I can't quit you.
I can't quit you.
Oh, Brokeback
So
Mountain.
which one was it?
What?
Which one was it?
what?
Single.
Single?
Brokeback Mountain? What? I
He's
like Jake
avoiding it,
Gyllenhaal,
so you
but I
know the
kinda liked
answer.
the
Huh?
other guy better.
He's avoiding it. So that means there's
favorite.
someone special, but there's no status on it yet.
Whoa!
Okay.
Was I right?
It's like a wife of.
That's pretty clever.
It's like a wife of 20 years. You're like, there's no
No, 'cause
status.
I
It's his
picked up on
second family.
I picked up on something earlier. He said, well, when we were talking about the movie, well, I would go see it if so-and-so wants to go see it. So that's what I think it is.
Damn.
So there's someone
Damn.
special, but
She
there's
put
no
it together.
status
Nancy
attached to it
Drew
yet.
on the
and
scene.
because he's admitted that he's a
Bravo.
dog, that's probably on
Bravo.
his
See,
end.
the blonde, they can think sometimes. Just saying. Sorry. No, that's
It's all right.
it's all right.
It's all good.
That's okay. I just tend to be a pretty private person. That's all.
Understandable.
I
Sorry,
wasn't
didn't mean to-
asking
that's
for her
cool.
name and number to like FaceTime her.
And this is why the coffee joke started, actually.
I wasn't about to like
And I want you to know I
FaceTime
respected
her
that because I
or,
picked up on that because
Skype her
I
in.
actually remember her name, but I didn't say it because I picked up on that.
Interesting.
Wow.
Wow.
So you're still single and looking. Has there been any ladies lately?
I've been.
Any
I've-
prospects?
Yeah,
Ladies.
there were, but it didn't work out.
Too much time away from the comics?
No. No. It's just they didn't seem interested in those things.
Dressing up like
or
Wonder
me
Woman.
being interested in those things. So,
That's terrible.
yeah.
Whores.
You were just at a comic convention too, weren't you?
Yeah, we
Making
were.
everyone jealous.
We were at WonderCon.
Yes.
We were at WonderCon past
Bastards.
weekend. Yep.
Last week?
Was that in Utah? Is that the one that was? No, that
Anaheim.
And
wasn't there.
Utah,
something
Anaheim.
that was just in Utah, like a Comic Con.
There was
or
one in
something?
Utah. Yeah,
Was
but,
there?
yeah, but we were at the one in Anaheim.
Nice.
It was very cool.
Yeah, it was great.
very jealous.
I met Len Wayne, Marv Wolfman. I met Sergio Aragones. It was great. Never met so many people in one day.
They all have blank stares.
Oh yeah,
comic book artists.
comic book
Artists
writers.
and writers.
Sergio Aragones
I had a
is
smile.
writer.
Yeah.
Or an
sure,
artist.
yeah, that's great.
Sierra, we're not gonna get to hear about your nails.
Oh yeah, you are. We've got 4 minutes, and I run the show, so I can do whatever I want. So these are not real nails.
Are they press-ons?
They are, but they're a different kind of press-on, so I'm giving them a try. I've already ripped one, putting Legos together.
Oh, figures.
They're yeah.
Damn fucking Legos.
Yeah, well,
Whoa,
when you get the really
whoa.
thin ones and you get them together and you realize I put the wrong thin one on top of the other wrong thin one, you got to pry them off.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and I left my Lego tools upstairs, so
Wait a minute, there's tools
They make
for
tools
Legos?
for Lego?
No.
I've never had Lego
no,
tools.
I
yeah.
I have Instead of
regular
using instead of using nail tools for my nails, I use them for Lego.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The cuticle pusher is perfect to get everything separated when they're stuck together like that.
Interesting.
I work on that. So anyway, I'm giving them a try to see how they work because I am too cheap to go get my nails done anymore because it's a long drive across town and it's $25 I don't have. So I'm trying them out. They're supposed to be better than Lee press-ons or whatever. I did get my toes done though.
I was gonna say
My little
I don't have
flowers.
my nails anymore.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, I get a pedicure every 2 weeks because your feet have to look fucking beautiful when they're up in the air.
Yes, they do.
But that's important stuff.
My feet look beautiful now because
Wow.
it was Administrative Professionals Day. I didn't get any gifts from you bitches.
Oh, wait. We're supposed to?
I don't know.
No,
You
that's
have
okay.
my love.
Yeah. So
I didn't give my own admin a gift, which reminds me I have to make up for that.
one
this
of the
week.
amazing things about the company I work for is that they take really good care of their employees. And on Administrative Professionals Day, they always take the admin girls out and they take us to lunch. This year they took us to get pedicures and
Nice.
stuff. It was nice. It was very nice.
I have a very nice male admin for the office as I grip the mic. Nice.
We have no male admins.
But you know, he does play for his own team. But I love him. Those are the best kind of admins. I'm just saying. Because you have the catty girl shit that you have to deal with, you know?
Nope, just the catty gay boy shit.
And I totally forgot about it, and I suck. So I got to make up for it this week. Especially since I need a spreadsheet kind of looked at.
Yeah. Look, it's your flowers. And can you take a look at the spreadsheet for me?
Yeah, I can't quite figure out the formulas. Thanks.
That's how it works when my boss is talking to me. Hey, look it. I brought you coffee. Can you make this for me?
You know that PowerPoint presentation? I need you to fix that.
I need you to update the media kit.
I just need you to fucking do it.
Oh, it's been a great show. Gentlemen, we are going to miss you here at the home of Vegas All Net Radio.
Oh, thank you.
But,
We're gonna
are
miss
you guys going to be on
and coming
iTunes so I can subscribe?
here. We're going to try to get on
We're
iTunes.
still figuring some of that out.
I'm
But
bummed.
we're
Which
gonna
arguably we should have had done by now, but
We're gonna try. We're definitely
WonderCon
gonna
being
try.
in the middle
Yeah.
of our move, kind of, you know.
Yeah, I understand.
I'm bummed that
Comic
I'm just
convention
meeting
to
you
a
guys and
nerd
now
is
they're
like,
leaving.
Yeah, it's like a sex convention for a
exactly,
swinger.
yeah,
Is it
we're
really?
all over
Yeah.
it,
So we're going to have you guys back, especially after you've been on your own podcast for a while.
Oh yeah,
'Cause we gotta
we'd love
talk.
to come
I
back.
have to tell you, it made me laugh. This was probably one of my favorite shows since I've started.
Oh,
We love
cool.
having them on.
I do. It was a lot of fun.
Now's your chance.
Go.
Oh, it's been a great show, guys. Don't forget to check out the Geek Boys on their new show on their new site, geekkata.com, spelled just like it sounds.
1K.
1K. This is Sierra,
Glitz.
And Toxie.
wishing you all a good night. And remember, fuck
Fuck
often.
Fills my basic needs. I love them hairless.